In uneasy times, folks pause at the courthouse steps and wonder, what is happening inside? Peace does not come easy when questions of law and power fill the air. Today, our federal judges, wise men and women from every walk, gather in crowded rooms. Their desks sag under stacks of papers, each one a plea for freedom. These are not just numbers. These are names, stories, hopes. Picture a judge, late at night, lamp burning in a silent office. He reads another petition from a person held far from home. He wonders, what is right? What is fair? The whole country waits for his answer, for this is no small matter. It is the question, when do we keep someone locked away, and when do we give them their day in court? Not long ago, the leaders of our land set a new rule: no bond hearing for many who cross our border, even those accused of no crime. The rule is strict. It gives power to hold, to detain, to wait as months go by. Some call it strength, others call it lost mercy. Ever since, the courts have filled with pleas, so many the system staggers like a horse gone lame. Think of a mother sitting at her kitchen table, waiting for a phone call that does not come. Behind every case is a family. It might be your neighbor or someone much further away. Our judges, Republican and Democrat alike, now find themselves overwhelmed. They declare emergencies. They raise warning flags, not as enemies of order, but as keepers of justice. What is at stake? More than numbers on a board. The Republic's very health depends on this balance: security without cruelty, law without forgetting the human spirit. If the power to hold is given without check, then the old guardrails are changed. In our nation, even the stranger must have some hope of hearing, some chance to speak. Imagine a courtroom at sunrise, rows of empty benches, then filling with worried faces as another day's stack of cases rolls in. Many will wait months. Some will not see their loved ones for that long. The clerk types, the lawyers sigh, the judge calls quiet. Such is the burden we now share. Yet not all news is black and white. The government claims this is what safety demands. Rules must hold firm, they say, or chaos will follow. Their words carry weight, for who among us does not want safety? The badge means something. It stands for order, for peace in the night. But the gavel means something too. It means that every holding power must bow to the law, just as the lowest citizen can rise to question the highest rule. In America, neither sword nor scale stands above we the people. The judge may feel spent. The officer, too, feels alone. Both look for clarity: who holds the line and who is the line for. Picture a border bus at sunset, red lights blinking, as silent men and women look out the window. Somewhere, a small child in a simple room waits for word. Somewhere else, an officer reads orders and wonders who waits for him at home. Tension fills the air. Yet at heart, this is no fight between evil and good. It is a test of restraint, of fairness, of the courage to listen. History has seen this before. In war and in peace, our courts have been asked to stand tall. Sometimes the pressure cracks the stone, but America's strength is her unity. We argue, we press, we disagree. Still, we find a way, with calm, with law, with the promise that might does not make right. Imagine a small-town cafe, regulars arguing at the corner table. One man fears too much softness will harm us all. Another worries that harshness will rot the spirit. Both love the same flag over their heads. Both want a country safe for their children. Let us step back and ask, what kind of republic do we want? One where rules win, no matter the cost, or one where law and heart walk hand in hand? No answer is easy. Yet in the end, it is the steady hand that saves the republic, not the swift or the loud. Think of a factory floor at closing time, workers putting down their tools, talking in low voices about the fight in the courts. They wonder if anyone in power still remembers what ordinary folks face day after day. They worry about fairness, about order, about what kind of nation will greet them come morning. If you feel burdened, remember, so do our judges and our officers and those kept behind tall fences. Mercy is not weakness. Order is not cruelty. The Republic lives not in steel and walls, but in the space between neighbor and neighbor, in the promise that justice will not forsake hope. So let us take a breath and look again at this storm. What can we do together? Not all power belongs to Washington, nor all mercy to the bench. The people, steady, everyday folks, hold more strength than they know. A teacher calming a quarrel in the classroom, a sheriff keeping order on Main Street, a parent forgiving a child who has gone astray. These small acts remind us what restraint and justice look like. Picture a school gym on voting day, neighbors lining up with ballots in hand. Some hope for tougher rules, others hope for kinder ones. Each line means something. We do not rule by decree or anger, but by peaceful choice. Every citizen, every vote, weighs how much strength and how much mercy our laws must show. Yet, as we debate, dangers remain clear. If the courts drown under papers, justice itself may slow to a crawl. If the officers feel scorned, the ranks may thin. If the people lose trust in either, cynicism blooms. None of these are fit for a republic. Imagine a city newsroom, lights shining late, as reporters check the day's rulings, trying to explain a tangle of laws to a curious public. The truth is not always simple. Most judges do not wish chaos. Most officials do not crave cruelty. Still, all are mortal, and all must answer to the law. A wise people learns to fix what's strained, not just curse the breaking. Perhaps it is time for more judges. Maybe new laws, drawn simple and clear, so both border guard and judge know just where the lines run. Perhaps Congress will act. Perhaps the courts will find smoother ways to manage so many pleas. Change can come by peaceful hand, if the will is true. Think of a family around their supper table at dusk, their faces tired but hopeful. They look to leaders who argue in far-off cities. But the thread that binds this nation starts right where they sit. Honesty at the table, patience in talk, respect for the rule even when it pinches. Let us meet today's quarrel with resolve, but not with rage. The Republic can be saved. Its strength is not in steel bars nor fast decrees, but in measured steps and open hearts. We can guard borders, yet still guard hope. We can honor those who keep the law, yet still offer a hearing to the least among us. America has always been tested. In every age, we look for the narrow path between chaos and tyranny. We are walking it still. The path is narrow, but there is light upon it. That light comes from our oldest hopes, liberty for all, justice with mercy, and order without pride or fear. Many voices clamor for easy answers, yet the Republic does not survive on shouts alone. It survives on calm hands, open minds, and the will to reason together, even as doubts grow strong. Picture a firefighter standing in silence outside his station, dawn just breaking, flag lifted by the wind. He knows storms come and go, but the duty remains. This is true for every judge, every officer, every clerk pushing through another long day, and every neighbor who tries in their simple way to keep peace alive. Let us not give in to hopelessness. Trouble at the courts does not mean the end. Rather, it's a reminder. Our system can bend. It should never break. Congress may mend some rules. The courts may adapt, and the people always have a say. Even when the news feels murky, honest discussion, at home, in halls, in voting booths, shows that America's strength is her unity. Folks argue, but most still care for the nation more than for being right. Think of a church basement, volunteers sorting boxes for families in need. They may not know the names behind every court case, but they work for the common good. This, too, is civic duty. The Republic is held together not just by rules, but by neighbors helping neighbors. By a willingness to see the person beyond the policy, the story behind the paper. History has seen this before. In times of anxiety, some wish for stronger fences, others a gentler hand. From internment in war to marches for justice, we have stumbled. But we have also learned, sometimes slowly, sometimes with pain, that no law is so strong it needs no soul behind it. Imagine the shift change at a border outpost. New guards step into the night, old ones walk home to their families' arms. Each one wants peace for their land, but also a clear conscience. The lines they walk are drawn by law, but traced again by each heart that stands there. So what is ours to do now, as citizens? Do not think yourself too small. The course of a republic is never set by a single hand, but by 1,000 daily choices. We must demand good laws, yes, But we must also defend the right of the weakest to be heard. We can press for security, but not at the cost of blind hardness. We can hope for mercy, but not ask officials to forsake all duty. Still, some will say, I am weary of debate, I want quiet. Yet peace at the price of conscience is too dear. Remember, the great promise of this country is not that we shall always agree, but that we can argue without breaking. Picture a tired reporter writing up the day's events, knowing his words will shape what neighbors talk about over morning coffee. Or a grandmother knitting as she listens to the radio, shaking her head, hoping her country will choose kindness over sharpness. These are the silent shapers of our land. We may hope for wisdom from above, yet the courage we need lies among the people. Teachers, nurses, mechanics, pastors, voters, officers, each one must keep alive the habit of care, slow to judge, quick to listen, serious about order, gentle enough to offer hope. Take heart, dear viewer, the Republic can be saved. Its heart has known fear and division before. It has always endured by returning to calm, reason, and that plain sense of fairness which lives in every true American. We must steady the ship, not by locking it down, but by tending its sails with care. Let us not walk away from hard questions. Let us welcome them as a test of our character, as a reminder that the law's true greatness lies in its ability to adapt, to search for fairness, to answer with both firmness and sympathy. Picture a sunset over a quiet main street, flags drooping in the evening breeze, people heading home. Some may worry for tomorrow, but most still hope. Hope is the engine of the Republic, and hope is what builds, what heals, what restores us when times are hard. Let me leave you with this. If you sit uneasy tonight, wondering which way the country leans, look not to anger and not to fear. Instead, look to your neighbor, to your own sense of right and wrong. Ask yourself, when power and mercy tangle in the courts, what would you have done? What would you ask of your leaders, or more honestly, of yourself? History has seen this before. We will see it again. Let us answer always with decency, with courage, and with the quiet faith that together, steady citizens can still hold this republic together. So I ask you, in this moment of trial, what kind of citizen will you choose to be? Will you build up hope or sow more fear? Will you meet this storm with steady hands or turn away? The answer, as ever, belongs not just to the courts or the lawmakers, but to each of us. That is where the Republic lives, and there it can be saved.